Hey everybody, this is Mr. Crafting. Today we're going over my favorite protagonist of all time, Denji, from the popular Shonen Jump mangaka, Chainsaw Man. Now, I said I was going to get into him shortly, and well, this is the video. So, sorry for the small delay. This was a bigger project because in my opinion, there's three big ways you can do to end the scaling of Chainsaw Man. So, I want to deeply research this stuff and make sure I'm giving a grade A content, not just because, I want to deliver rightfully to you guys, but also since Denji, as I've expressed in one of my other videos, is the favorite protagonist, so I do want to give him the best, scaling I can to better represent him. Anyway, so let's get into this. So like I mentioned, there's three different ways of scaling. Now, I will just label them the low, mid, and high end. I'm not saying that the low end, I'm not saying, for example, I'm not saying the mid end is something mid end. I'm not saying the high end something only wink. I'm just saying by mid, low, mid, high, the lower end is just the weakest you can give them. The mid is where that's the second strongest, and the third high end would be just the strongest you can get them to. I'm not saying which one's more reliable or not, I'm just calling it that. So this is the low end, I guess you would say. So where would you scale Denji? So Chainsaw Man, there's plenty of feats in terms of getting them to the building or even town level ranges. Hell, just raises casual attacks and fights with Denji would place him around small to large building level. There's plenty of feats like that. Denji just casually makes a mess of towns and cities when he fights. Hell, even first basic real fight he ever fought with the Bat Devil was able to just annihilate an entire building by judging by the scale of the building and the fact that it was destroyed with sonic waves. It's been casually kept to large building level. But one of the higher end feats that it's actually been calced is the Gun Devil just making a quick pit stop. He was in Japan for 27 seconds. An entire portion of the city was destroyed, and that's calculated to a small city level. Hell, it should be even better since not even half a minute he's there, he destroys a small city. Imagine if he actually just fought. So he should likely be higher, but small city level is pretty good within the verse. Now, I'm not gonna just stop it there what other people say. I'm gonna put my own input into this. Also, just so you know, Denji would scale to the Gun Devil because one, he was able to defeat the Gun Devil Fiend, which yes, the Fiends are usually weaker than the devil themselves, but here's the thing, Makima was able to kill the Gun Devil, and later on even Denji was able to kill Makima over a dozen times. Anyway, so let's, go into my input on some of the stuff. Now, this is my own version of meta. So, we do know, this will specifically scale to Hero of Hell Denji, which Denji's, badass form when he gets sent to hell, right? That's what I dubbed it. I don't know if I specifically dubbed this, but I'm just calling it Hero of Hell, or HOAH. Oh, shit, Oh, I thought I made a reference to something. I was like, wait, did I just make a reference? But no. Anyway, so Hero of Hell Denji. Now, the specifically scaled Hero of Hell Denji, potentially end of series Denji without that. So, what I mean by that, so it was stated by Makima with her chat with her fellow, ex-fellow, sorry, my mind's going blank. Devil Hunter, explaining what Chainsaw Man has done within the ages. Chainsaw Man, by Chainsaw Man I mean Puchieta, of course, before he became actually Chainsaw Man, right? Before he made the contract. Denji, sorry. That he has eaten many devils that have shared the names. As we know, the name of the devil's representation of the fear or conceptual fear that they have. Regardless, and she lists down all the ones. Now, when he kills, specifically when he eats a devil, their fear or the concept of them is just erased from the mind, as well as it's just erased from existence. It's gone, destroyed, nothing left. Which in their world, they never had World War II because Denji, Chainsaw Man, or Puchieta, killed and ate the World War II devil. so that ceased to exist. As well, she goes into like further detail saying Nazis, Zoa, which is actually very interesting. The creator personally put 3 of the things that Denji, well, Puchieta has like defeated and eaten, but like those things don't exist in our world, which is very unique. It's giving us an idea of how they felt when being explained, or maybe Denji actually ate them and we just, weren't able to comprehend it. But, that's up to you to think. Anyway, so one of the ones that she mentions is nuclear weapons. Now, the reason why this is very important is meaning Denji, at least it's pretty implied that Hero of Hell Denji is similar in power to Puchieta. But, like, in the fact that, like, he, even later on in the series, is casually able to kill her, and Makima is one of the horsemen of the apocalypse, which is, she's the control devil, so she would logically be higher than the nuclear weapon devil, not to mention her fellow comrade, or I wouldn't even call her comrade, her fellow horseman. I forgot how to pronounce her name, but the new war devil, we don't even know, we just war devil, we don't even know its name, right? They should be roughly equal, and War Devil is above the nuclear weapons devil. Now back to my point. So we know that now when the devils in their verse, they quite literally are like whatever their fear is. For an example, if you fought I don't know, like for example, the tomato devil, he is basically all of tomatoes, which are not strong at all. But now imagine finding a devil that is nuclear weapons. Logic would stand that in Denji, at least Hero of Hell Denji comparison, or Puchieta, had to fight the composite fear of all nuclear weapons. Now, the reason why I say composite fear, not just, for example, a nuclear weapon, because they're not fearing a specific thing like a nuke, a warhead, or it's nuclear weapons of a whole, meaning, and it's not just specifically based off Japan or America, just of a whole, meaning Denji, at least in his Hero of Hell state, potentially even like his end of series when he actually does kill, Makima, had to fight a composite nuke, which in one of my later videos I made a while ago, I basically just calculated how many nukes it would take to, like, if you combined all the nukes together, what would it output? And like, I'm putting the thing on here, but basically it would outpoint 3.426 times 10 to the 23 joules of energy, which is large country level. And that's basically because I just, just looked up how many nukes exist in the world, and then I just, like, for each nuclear country that has nuclear warheads, I just, like, added it all together, and that's how I got it. Now, that could mean Hero of Hell Denji, or, like, even potentially end of series Denji, is large country level. Now, is this probable? Now, you can argue this, you don't have to use this, but, like, it would stand to reason why Denji would have had to fight the composite fear of all nuclear weapons. But, that's up to you to argue. You don't have to use this, but I think you can use it, but so basically Denji with this low end is like small city level to large country level. Anyway, let's move on to the second portion of this video. Alrighty, like I said, now this would be like the mid category that I would place for like the mid scaling for like the, Chainsaw Man characters. Now, as I went over in my last portion, that the Chainsaw Man characters can get to small city level to potentially, with some contentions, can even be argued large country with the whole nuclear weapon thing. Now, this is gonna skip massive, and I say massive scales. So, okay, I'm gonna go into this. So, it was stated that one of the devils, the primal devils, which if you don't know what the primal devils are, they basically are they're the fear of primal fears, which you go ahead and look up what primal fears are. There's a lot of different people that say a lot of different things, but darkness is one of them, right? Now, I'm pretty sure there's like 5 or 4, or maybe even 6 primal fears. I don't know them all based on my head, but like, for example, darkness is one of them. Now, when Denji and his gang, were sent to hell during the, Santa Claus, the international assassin arc, boom, I don't remember the name. They were sent to hell with the sacrifice of the hell devil, something like that, right? So now the primal devils are the strongest in the verse. We were introduced to the strongest in the verse, like 64 chapters in, which is pretty insane. Now, he did not get beaten. I'm gonna express that real quick. But like, going on to what's important about him, it was stated by one of the fiends that the primal devils are transcendent beings. Now, being a transcendent being, you would have to at least bare minimum be a 5D or a low complex multiversal. Now, I'm not gonna just end it off like that, saying, oh, since it was stated they're transcended, oh, that means they're 5D low complex multiversal. I'm gonna explain to you why. As I know a lot of people say, oh, that's hyperbolic, and explain why, it's not true. I'm gonna take the actions, explain to you why it is true and why they are reliable and why it's not hyperbolic. So basically, all the fiends or devils would be reliable. For one, okay, so here's an example. They all live in hell. They were all born there. They all understand hell and its workings and how it works, and they all know who this, just even by instinct, they all know who this devil is. By purely existing, he makes them all. Even Denji, who is just a hybrid, barely ever has been just recently was bring into the devil world as a devil. He instinctually knows this is fucking bad. So there's one thing, instinctually they all know they're screwed, and he's of a higher presence. But going into why, minus Denji, as he knows shit, but even the fiends and other devils would be reliable, because they understand the inner workings of hell and how the devils work. So the fact, and not to mention, some of these devils would have a centuries worth of experience and understanding. An example, let's say, for example, the Cosmos Devil, which I will be bringing her up again, or Fiend. How long has the Cosmos been around? Just imagine how long she has been around. Just imagine some of these devils have just been around. Now, some of the fiends were unnamed, but still, some of these things, or their fears, have been around for God knows how long, and they still, they still would have that information, so they'd be long enough to, be around these devils and still claim that they're transcendent. Now, that's one piece of information now, being hyperbolic would usually be off something based off no information, or maybe a character hyping himself up, which this is not a hype up. They're saying we are dead. She even asked, can I kill myself real quick? As I don't want to deal with this, right? Now, I'm going to explain to you why there is stuff to back it up. I already explained to you why they would be reliable, but here's even a big proof why it would be reliable. And it goes back to the Cosmo Fiend. Now, she has an interesting ability it's called total understanding. She's able to understand and make others understand everything in the universe. And not even she could comprehend him. Everyone there thought he knew he was transcendent. And not even her, who knew everything in the universe and can make others know everything in the universe. Not even she could even comprehend him. And then if you dive in deeper, there's even other devils like the Eternity Devil, which he had a whole arc based around him. Very small arc, but a whole arc. And he is, even quite literally has... Okay, eternity is literally infinity. And infinity is, 4D or below 5D. So there's one thing you can make parallelism you can make together. As well, it's even been stated and shown that he can create endless waves of flesh, which also does dive into the fact that he has this eternity infinite thing. Hell, even when inside him, time is of a stop. So that even also includes this potential maybe 4D or infinity levels of manipulation or type stuff. And the fact that the primal darkness devil is transcendental of even the eternity devil, and the Cosmos Devil can't even comprehend him, and she knows and can make others know everything in the universe, just further supports the fact that he truly is a transcendent being, and there's a lot of stuff to prove it, and there's no reason why this would be hyperbolic. Not to mention, he only speaks, we don't know if it's a he, it could be a she for it could be an it. Let's just call it it. When it speaks, its language can't even be comprehended by us, the reader. Like, yeah, I'll pull a screen up right now, you can see it right now. You decipher this for me. Not to mention its actions are so uncomprehendable. We see something go ding dong, everyone's arms fall off. A rabbit croaks, everyone dies. Like, he puts someone's head off. Like, his actions are even transcendental in the fact that we cannot comprehend them. As well as some of these devils that would be like the Eternity Devil, which is just an extension of infinity, even has some type of infinite properties, as well as, which it would be above, as well as a devil that was already there, well, the Fiend, the Cosmos Devil, couldn't even comprehend it, in which her ability lets her know everything in the universe. This just further supports the fact that it is a transcendent being, along with the fact that we can't even understand it as the reader, and as well as its actions were totally incomprehensible and no idea what's going on. Anyway, so that would wrap up this the mid scaling for this, would probably put them at low complex multiversal. And real quick, I have to explain why this would scale to Denji. Now, out of everyone there, Makima, now, I'm not saying Makima could beat the Darkness Devil. Just the Darkness Devil casually existing was this 5D transcendent level. Now, Makima showed up, she was actually able to make him bleed. And, that's, of course, he's very suppressed. In my own opinion, he would literally just snap his fingers like that and she would die. But he didn't do that because why not? His, suppress a, barely existing would be 5D, transcendent. And Makima was able, they were trade blows. She was able to hurt him. And well, Denji, even in terms of, let alone the hero of hell, was able to, kill her 26 times in his hybrid state at the end of the series. So even Denji would scale to this low complex multiversal power. Anyway, so let's move on to the third and final portion of this video, the high-end scaling. Alright, now on to the final portion of this video. I'll be talking the high-end scaling of Chainsaw Man. Now this is gonna be quite a big bullet to bite, but I'm gonna need you guys to listen to me on this, alright? Now, all of the devils in Chainsaw Man are conceptual beings. Now hold up. Before you click off the video, listen to my explanation. The reason why I say the devils are not just embodying their fears and they actually are them is because we know when Chainsaw Man eats the devil, the sphere/concept ceases to exist, right? So if they were truly embodying the fear of it, it wouldn't matter, or fear concept, whatever, it wouldn't matter if Denji ate them. It wouldn't matter, for instance, let me give you an example. If, let's say, we have the concept of beauty, right? Now the concept in beauty has the embodiment of beauty. Let's say the embodiment of beauty, I don't know, Britney Spears, whatever, right? Let's say she died, right? The concept of beauty would still be around until the new embodiment would come. Now, if you directly destroyed the concept of beauty, right, then, well, there would be no more beauty. If the devils were truly embodying their, fear concept, right, then when Denji eats them, or Chainsaw Man, whatever, eats them, then the concept would still be there and not cease to exist. But that's not the case. That when they are eaten, the concept also ceases to exist, which would imply that they're conceptual beings, which the exact definition of a conceptual being actually perfectly, fits what they are, as well as what happens after they are eaten. Here, I'll read the definition. So the user is a conceptual being affected with the concept as a whole, like the devils, meaning their power and existence is inextinguishable as long as a single concept remains. Anyway, that perfectly describes the devils. They are of a whole, they are the exact concept and fear of whatever they are, and they are inexhaustible. It's like, even if you kill them, they will literally resurrect and come back. They cannot die unless, Denji eats them. They just get destroyed. And when, as it perfectly describes, if the concept is destroyed, they also leave. They are literally the perfect definition of what a conceptual being is. Now, I know not all concepts are instantly, this high, for example, universal tier, but I'll get to that later. Now, the reason why I think Denji scales to this is, yes, someone's gonna bring up, okay, fine, the devils may be conceptual beings because, they literally are their concept, and when they are destroyed, fully dead, as well, the concept also is destroyed, as well as their ability, as well the definition matches them. But how does Denji scale to this? That would only make him have conceptual manipulation. Now, I don't think you don't have to agree with this, but I personally do not think that him eating them is his ability. Now, because it's described as it's just a byproduct of this happening. It is shown he's not intentionally, as far as we know of, trying to kill them forever. It's like something that just happens. And I know someone's gonna bring up, oh wait, but then why does he just eat them? He knows he can kill them. Devils, keep their strength going by eating blood. As shown, other devil blood is, just as good to keep them going. And when you're stuck in hell, I think you're gonna, use whatever you can get. Anyway, so it shows he is not intentionally trying to erase them, meaning a byproduct of him eating them is just destroying this concept. Now, I'll give you a few examples of what I mean by it's just a byproduct. Tsukuyomi, for an example, from Naruto, its main purpose is like an illusion, but a byproduct, for example, when it was used on Kakashi, it made him very mentally traumatized and ill, but that was not its intended purpose. There's, many other things like that. An example, the One Piece, the, Gomi Gomi no Mi, it's it rubberizes the user's body, whatever, gum gum pistol, whatever, right? But a byproduct of that, a byproduct of that is blunt force and electrical based attacks are immune. That's a byproduct. It's not its intended use, but that's just something that comes with it. So him, or even Goku almost destroying the universe, their punches, right, almost destroy the universe as a byproduct of their fight. So him just eating a devil accidentally destroys the concept, which, as I explained, the devils are their concept. So, since they are the conceptual beings. So, that's how I view it, but, that's not even my main point based off why you can get them to these higher 1A, tiers. I'm gonna go, now I'm gonna have to go into what a plutonic concept is. Now, plutonic concept is the true concept in every aspect, which all the devils can be argued, they can, but I'm not gonna go into that because, that could probably easily be debunked. I'm gonna go into why, for sure, one of the devils is a plutonic concept. Now, as I said, what is this one devil that is, for sure a plutonic concept? Well, that would be the darkness devil. Now, the reason why I say this, I'm going to have to explain to you the definition of a plutonic concept. Alright, a plutonic doctrine or saying, concept, the belief that physical objects are imputant representatives of unchanging ideas, and that the ideas alone give true knowledge as they are known by the mind. Now, as going into that is exactly what the primal devils are. Their name alone is unchanging, as do them being primal, and they are known and as known due to them being primal. Now, what I mean by their names unchanging, now primal fears are something everyone has. It's not some, for example, if you were raised in a certain scenario, like for example, let's say you were raised in a rat infested area, you'd be less scared of a rat. In contrast to a person that was never around that, they may be scared of a rat. Now, primal fears. Now, this is real life. I'm not talking about the, series, which, the fears are based off. Now, primal fears, for an example, like death. Death is, I'm pretty sure, a primal fear, or let's just stay with darkness. It's something everyone has, and it's instinctually put in us. They are, darkness is an unchanging idea that is known purely of the mind, which I already explained why the devils as a base are conceptual beings, because, if they were ever, killed, the concept goes with them. I mean, they are literally the same thing, not the embodiment of it. So meaning, and also I'm pretty sure that darkness is actually a Platonic concept by itself, but I'm not going to go into that. I have to do more research for that. But as I was saying, it's the perfect definition. Not to mention that the primal devils, even when talking about the darkness devil, is already been stated to be transcendent beings, as well as a transcendent being would transcend everything of the verse till they know of. That include hell. Holds all of these conceptual devils, which are the concepts. I feel like I have to further stress this, that they actually are the concepts. I don't know if maybe I'll skipping through the video, see what I highly scale them. But as I was saying, which are the concepts, and now he transcends hell as well as the devil. Now hell contains all of these conceptual devils as well as the concepts, and he transcends not only logically the hell, but as well as the devils, meaning is a Platonic concept, and it only helps this case for being that the fact that he's a transcendent being for one, as well as he transcends all of these concepts or these fears, as well as the devils, which are the conceptual being of the fear, and the fact that his literal definition of what he is the exact definition of what a Platonic concept is. And I can't stress this enough, the fact that even us as the reader could not comprehend his language also further cements the fact of him being transcendent. Now, I really don't know how you're going to argue against this. The fact that, you can maybe argue against some of the other points I brought up. The fact that the darkness devil or primal devils alone literally are the exact definition of what a Platonic concept is inexcusable facts. Like, you can't argue against this. Like, that's something that's just is how it's been stated and shown for how they work. Now, that would make, for example, the darkness devil, depending on how you argue it, outer through potentially high outer, if you want to go with the fact that the other devils could be argued to be Platonic concepts. But I'm more on the side on the fact that they're just for safe, that we know for sure that that the darkness devil is a Platonic concept. And also, a quick thing I want to mention now, outerversal people are not bound by space, and wouldn't you know it, one of the devils, the eternity devil, which is just an extension of infinite space, etc., is one of the devils he would transcend. I just want to bring that up. Maybe there's even more proof to that. But back to the thing. Now, that would logically make them... Now, that would make at least the darkness devil outerversal. And as I explained my last thing, Makimo was... Now, this is just a suppressed, darkness devil casually being this. And Makimo was able to actually trade blows and visually hurt him as well, or as well as make it bleed. And as shown, even Denji, just in his hybrid base state at the end of the series, was able to kill her over 26 times, meaning that Makima scales to that, as well as that Denji would also scale to her since she was able to kill her. And yeah, that would wrap up this video. I wonder how all y'all are gonna like this outer, you can get this chainsaw characters to outer. It's very unique, and I personally do like it. But tell me what y'all think, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please join my Discord. You can recommend all the videos you want. I know a lot of you guys recommend videos, and I usually forget who recommends them and what they are, and it takes me a long time to just scroll through all my comments to find it. So it's much easier if you join my Discord. I have a whole channel just meant for recommendations, or just chill and talk, maybe even debate, or get educated, because I am, have a lot of actually a lot of high tier debaters and better debaters, or power skills than me in that server of mine. So maybe you can, if you want some help, you get personal help. Anyway, like I said, join the Discord, link in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, Mr. Crafty